Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and this is gonna be a what if, oh wait, did I just say what if? My bad guys, I'm actually a what if YouTuber who does what if Deku and what if Naruto videos. So if you guys want to go check out those scenarios and see what I've done with them, please don't forget to click the red button down there and click that bell right next to it, because it really helps us out. And we also have like that like button right there. If you click that too, that would be really nice. And don't forget to click my profile to see all my videos. That'd be real helpful. And for some of you, you guys are probably wondering why I'm posting this video. This is actually going to be a Dr. Stone video. And this is going to be Dr. Stone Season 2. Let's talk about it. I actually want to just branch out and do different kinds of videos with anime. So if you guys like what I'm doing here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button again. And other than that, let's just jump straight into the video. So we start off with episode 1 of season 2 of Dr. Stone, or should I say Dr. Stone, Stone Wars. So we start off with this episode with Gen explaining to the kids, telling them in how human society got petrified, telling them that there was a huge green light that turned all humankind, woman, child, man, any kind of human into stone, as all the kids looked in awe. As Gen continued telling everyone that there was one man who thought that the time was the most important thing and kept on being conscious as he continued to count every second, and tells us that this was Senku, as he finally broke through the stone and became conscious and became determined to rebuild human society. As Senku used science as his tool to achieve this goal, as soon enough he found the miracle fluid, which is nitric acid, to help him unpetrify other humans, and so he can bring humankind to the former glory. After Gen says this, Senku just looks at Gen and tells Gen to get back to work, as Gen just gets back to work but then starts talking again, telling everyone that Senku accidentally revived another person named Tsukasa, as this person wanted to purify humanity so it can come back with no greed or any kind of substance of bad kind. As Senku told Tsukasa that this will not happen. As Gen just recaps everything for another few minutes about the first season. But then Gen asks a question to Senku, as she asks if they finished the cell phone pretty early and they need to get a move on since spring is almost here. As Senku just smiles and tells Gen that they have a special item that they need to build first, as Gen is just confused what Senku's talking about. As Senku just smiles and tells Gen that they're gonna need agility and speed to beat the Tsukasa army, as he tells Gen that they're gonna be making space food, as Gen is just astonished. So now we skip to when Senku's explaining this to everyone else. As everyone is astonished, everyone's still wondering what space food is, as they just think that it's regular food. As Senku tells everyone that there's actually an upgrade to it, telling everyone that they're gonna make their favorite foxtail ramen battle ready. As Senku explains to everyone in how they're gonna be making this, as Chrome and the old craftsman get extremely excited. As Senku explains to everyone, telling everyone if Tsukasa attacks right now, this would be a frozen hell for him. And Senku has a better chance of surviving against Tsukasa because Tsukasa doesn't have warm food and warm shelter to live in. As Senku explains to the old craftsman and Chrome and how they need to build this mechanism so they can make freeze-dried ramen. As all of them are hearing this, the old craftsman gets extremely excited as Chrome and the old craftsman immediately get started on building this mechanism. As we switch to Kohaku's perspective, she's actually making some ramen as Ginro is actually sneaking behind her, about to take some. But Kohaku notices and hits Ginro in the head as Ashika walks up and asks Kohaku if they should put some ramen in the bowl. But then Senku comes out of nowhere and tells them that there's no need for that, and they're actually going to be freezing the ramen, as all of them are just astonished at what Senku just told them. After they freeze the ramen, Senku says that they need to still freeze dry it, as Gen asks Senku what he means, as Senku tells them that it's basically what it sounds like, as he explains to Gen, telling him that they're just going to be freezing it and putting it in a vacuum and sucking all the ice out, making sure that it's light as possible, as Gen still doesn't understand what Senku means. As Senku walks them all to the machine that Chrome and the old craftsman built, as Senku points to the new vacuum that they built, as Senku is holding the cup of ramen and puts it in it and sucks out all the ice and all the air that was in it, making the ramen light and basically making it portable. As everyone looks at the ramen, Ginro says that it looks disgusting and it doesn't look edible. As Senku pours water in it, everyone's astonished to see that the ramen has hydrified and basically it looks like regular ramen, as everyone is wondering what just happened. As Chrome said that a fellow science user should be the one who tested out the ramen, as he immediately grabbed the cup noodle and immediately started slurping it. As everyone was wondering, Chrome shouted it into the air, telling everyone that it tasted amazing. As Senku smirked, telling everyone that they just made instant ramen. Then, Senku gets a memory in how he made ramen with his dad, as Senku just smirks to himself. I feel like this scene is probably one of the most important scenes for Senku's character building. This shows us in how much Senku's character was built because of his father and how much he taught him and how Senku was becoming the person who he is. Then, Rui interrupts, telling Senku that she doesn't want anyone to get hurt, as Senku tells Rui that no one's gonna be getting hurt and that all they need to do is capture the Miracle Cave. That same night, Gen meets up with Senku in secret and tells Senku that he has a plan, but if they go along with this plan and if God's really there, they're probably both gonna go to hell. As Senku just tells him that God hasn't been part of science in decades and tells the mentalist to spill it, as this mentalist starts to quiz Senku on the Tsukasa Empire. Then Gen explains to Senku, telling him that the Tsukasa Empire is only together because of Tsukasa, and that since he was already a celebrity, a lot more people are going to be deciding on his side. But then Gen continues, telling Senku that they probably could get their own celebrity so they can also get Tsukasa's army on their side. Right then and there, Gen changes his voice to sound like Lillian, as they are just amazed, as Senku is just astonished, as he's just wondering how Gen was able to do that. As Gen explains to Senku, telling him that his voice isn't that bad, but it still sounds like he's imitating her. As Senku just tells him that that's true. But then Gen continues, telling him that with the poor audio quality, it's probably still gonna sound like Lillian. As Senku just smiles, telling Gen that they probably have a good plan here and they're probably gonna go with that. As Gen is just astonished that Senku just chose that plan immediately. But then Chrome bursts through the wall, yelling that he doesn't understand the plan, as Gen and Senku fall back, as they're all wondering how Chrome was able to do that. After everyone calmed down, Senku tells Gen to explain to Chrome and how they're gonna beat the Tsukasa army and how their plan is actually gonna work. As Gen starts to explain to Chrome, telling Chrome that they're gonna be giving the cell phone to Senku's friends and make sure that Senku's friends show the phone to all the other members of the Tsukasa army so they can tell and how the Tsukasa army is going to be able to be beaten, as Linian Weinberg tells everyone and how the American army or the Americans are still there and how they're still alive and they're coming to help Japan, and so that the Tsukasa army will come to the science side so they can all help them beat Tsukasa. But then Chrome asks Senku and Gen and what they're supposed to do if Tsukasa's men figure out that the Americans are not coming to save them, as Senku and Gen just shrug their shoulders, telling Chrome that they'll figure that out later, as Chrome is just astonished and doesn't know what he's supposed to do as he looks scared. But then Senku tells Chrome that he probably shouldn't tell this to any of the other villagers so none of them get involved so they don't get hurt, as Chrome just looks down but then smirks, telling Senku that they're probably all going to hell for this, as both Senku, Gen, and Chrome all fist bump as all of them are smiling. This is where basically Dr. Stone Season 2 Episode 1 ends. And I feel like Senku and basically all of the Science Army is basically grown a lot. We can see in how their character has grown from the start of the anime to right now, as we can see in the second season that Senku has actually grown a lot and he's actually very ambitious of his father. And I feel like Senku is also preparing a lot for the Tsukasa army, because I think he knows that Tsukasa is pretty dangerous and he's a pretty dangerous person, so he should be really prepared, because he even created ramen so his team and can be strong during the winter and can be warm, so they have more luxuries than Tsukasa. And that's why I feel like Senku is being prepared, because he knows like Tsukasa is very dangerous. And that's basically where this video is going to end off, guys. If you guys like this video and you guys want to like subscribe, click that red button down there. If you guys want to watch my other videos, don't forget to, you know, click like my profile and like watch all my other videos. And also have a Discord server. So if you guys want to check out my Discord server, please don't forget to check that out. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later.